It is a legal vision in which I am going to take the Supreme Court of India. It is the biggest matter, but I cannot say this also fully. Yet, up to my knowledge, I share this also what about the Supreme Court of India. It is a significant court that is also there is a first court. It's a apex court. So the courts are divided like a Supreme Court, High Courts and subordinate courts. The Constitution of India, which gives the powers through its article to the Supreme Court and the High Court, subordinate courts also. The Supreme Court of India is a head of the others also all the courts, and it is in Delhi now, and it has Chief Judges of India and the other 33 judges appointed by the President. It's governed by others also Article 124 and 147. The both articles govern these others also the Supreme Court of India. The judges are selected by the collegium and appointed by the President. It is very important here. Also, it has its own more power. It has one judicial review also. It reserves its own right. It can alter it is also really its own judgment. It can review its own judgment. That is the significance. And it's headed by the Chief Judges of India, and the Chief Justice of India is selected by the collegium and appointed by the President of India. That is very important. And also the other judges are selected by the collegium and are appointed by the President of India. Once it was Federal Court of India during the time of the British period, under the Government of India Act 1935. After the independence, the Supreme Court was born. The Supreme Court of India was born. The first hearing, I think so, in the month of January 1950 was started. So initially, all the judges had also get gathered and hear the cases. Later on, the division was done. But now, since the benches are there, and 2 judges, 3 judges, and 5 judges, 7 and 9 and 11 also. That is a constitutional court also. It is very important to decide to review the constitution. It plays a very key role. It gives and also direction to the high courts and everything. Recent case, the Justice Verma case also, the Chief Justice of India formed the committee. There's such a power to play the judiciary independence, it has such a power. And it gives a direction to the others also, really, the other courts also. Its judgment is an evidentiary value. All the courts, the subordinate courts and high courts, the judgment of the Supreme Court, that also plays a key role is the evidentiary value. In the cases, during the argument, the judgments of the Supreme Court can be given or submitted. It can be taken as an evidentiary value. No court goes against the judgment of the Supreme Court. That is, also it has, if it goes, it will come under the contempt of the court also. As such a power the Supreme Court is carrying. It is governed by the registry and also adjusted in the register and also in the adjustant register, and more teams are there to run the administration of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court also is in such a prominence place because it is an apex court. It governs in the other courts also. And it has a more jurisdiction. Its original jurisdiction and appellate jurisdiction also. The original jurisdiction, it has a more jurisdictional power and it deals the cases. In appellate jurisdiction, it has civil appellate and criminal appellate and more appellate work, and also appellate and appeal by the special leave petition. Through special leave petition, it goes there. These appellate jurisdiction are governed by Article 132, 133, Article 134 and 136. All these articles govern also the Supreme Court, the appellate jurisdiction. Apart from appellate jurisdiction, the writ jurisdiction also there. It deals with all the writs, habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, quo warranto, and etc. All the writs are dealt by the Supreme Court of India under its writ jurisdiction. Article 32 gives a most powers to the Supreme Court of India to deal under the writ jurisdiction. So accordingly, the most judgments are prominent to keep the fundamental rights through Manhak Gandhi case in 1978 and also subsequently in up to 2024 in 2024 on the Foxo case in which the Supreme Court has given a more direction. So most judgments are very prominent judgments. They can be submitted in all the subordinate courts and the high courts also in the cases. So which are the also really very eminent one, which are precedents and legal precedents. So the legal precedent is very important. Also, if it's bad precedents, in its appeal, in the same, the also Supreme Court, most judgments have been struck down by its own review. Also, it has a power of the judicial review. Through judicial review, it has struck down more acts of the central government and state government also. And it has a more power. It discusses about really the constitutional rights and validity of the acts enacted by the parliament and enacted by the states. And after the judicial review, many acts have been surviving up to this time and which are helping to the people through judiciary, through courts, which are necessary. So which have to be preserved. So the Supreme Court of India, which is not an easy one, and it plays also very prominent role as far as the judiciary is concerned. It is very significant one. Thank you.